Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Lego Lee 329 here, and today we have a brand new Lego Star Wars The Last Jedi set review. This is the Defense of Crait. I found this set at my local Toys R Us. They actually sold it to me. They broke the street date of January 1st. At Toys R Us, this set was retailing for $84.99. Now, I believe this set is probably going to cost $79.99. I'm willing to bet that Toys R Us did their typical markup on this set because Lego has never really priced sets at an $85 price range. That's just un-Lego-like, so this is probably an $80 set. It has 746 pieces, and here's a front look at your box. Now, before we get started with today's video, please check out the description down below. You'll find a link to like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, and follow me on Instagram. And while you're at it, give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe to this channel, and also go check out my movie channel for some more awesome content. The first minifigure included with this set here is a First Order Snowtrooper. You get two of this exact same minifigure in this set, and I will never complain about getting army buildable characters in a Star Wars set. However, this minifigure has come in cheaper sets in the past. It's nothing new, so let's move on. Our next minifigure here is a Resistance Trooper. Again, I will never complain about getting massable troops in Star Wars sets, but is there anything particularly special about this minifigure? Not really, but his printing is great. I love that helmet mold. He has a nice face print underneath his helmet. His face is double-sided, and his back printing is good as well, so a good minifigure. The next minifigure here is Resistance Admiral Emat. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce his name, but this is a brand new and exclusive character just to this set. He's not exactly a prominent character in the Star Wars universe, but he's been in both Last Jedi and Force Awakens, and he's really recognizable with his long white hair and his bushy white beard, and I think his face print is fantastic, and the Prince of Persia hairpiece in white is a really cool hairpiece to get in this set. He has some nice accessories as well, along with some really fantastically done printing on his torso and legs, and his detail continues onto the back, but sadly he does not have a double-sided face. Last and not least for the minifigures in this set here is Captain Poe Dameron. Now, this minifigure is almost exactly the same as the version that comes with the AT-M6 Walker from the last wave of Last Jedi sets. However, he has one key difference. His hair now has the headset piece molded onto it, and I think that is one of the coolest pieces Lego has made in a while. And look at the printing on it too. It just looks so good. His other printing is great as well, so is his back printing and his double-sided face, but I just cannot get over how good that hairpiece looks. Here is the set itself. Of course, you get the biggest build, the Ski Speeder, but you also get a piece of the Resistance base on Crait. So let's take a close look at that first. When I was looking at the box for this set, I really thought these small little parts of Crait were going to be a throwaway side build, but to my surprise, there's actually a good bit of pieces dedicated to these builds, and they're not as small as I thought they were going to be. Now, comparing this to the thing in the actual movie, it is very small. It's way smaller than it should be, but at the same time, I understand why Lego made the decision. Lego doesn't want to use all of their pieces to make a structure that no one really cares about. Obviously, most of the pieces in this set are going to the vehicle from the movie that people care about more. So I'm fine with this build because it actually is pretty instantly recognizable. This structure in particular, I instantly recognized from the film, and I think it looks pretty good despite the downsizing. Now, the first play feature here is there's actually a small modular factor to this build. You can detach this structure right here from the trench area. So let's look at the trench here first real quick. I think that this design is pretty good, but it's not great. I do like the red pieces supposed to be the soil on Crait. However, I think there should have been a lighter red. Dark red is not quite the right color. The turret here has some pretty cool uses of pieces. It has a spring-loaded launcher, which is good for playability, and I like being able to put the minifigure in it, but it's nothing too recognizable from the movie. The trench itself has a stud shooter cannon that looks pretty cool, but the design is nothing in particular to write home about. But there is a cool thing here with the hinge pieces being able to swing this thing back and forth, which gives it a bit more customability. The second Crait structure build here I think is really cool and has a nice use of parts and some pretty cool colors as well. The orange and the gray works really well together, and I especially love the use of the opaque gray Speed Racer windshield piece. That is really cool. As we spin it towards the back here, there's actually a lot more going on than I thought. There's plenty of room to fit minifigures inside this structure. Down at the base here, there's nothing really here control panel wise besides a small printed piece on the wall right there, but there's lots of storage space. You have a wrench right there, you have a hammer right there, 2 blasters on the wall, and places to hold extra spring-loaded missiles. That's pretty cool. But then up top here has one of my favorite things about this set. More room to fit minifigures, but an amazing looking printed piece. Look at that part. That is printed, that is not a sticker. It's super useful for other Star Wars builds. I absolutely love it. The small side build was better than I thought, but you don't get that set for the side builds. You get it for this ski speeder man, and boy does this design deliver. LEGO did one heck of a job designing this very unique Star Wars vehicle. We'll start off on this tail end. You can start to see some of the amazing greeble details LEGO was able to fit into this set. Some really creative use of pieces around here. Now, there's lots of stickers. There's quite a few on this ship, which I'm not crazy about, but it really did detract from the build. All of the stickers are fairly easy to put on. And down here there's also some spring-loaded launchers which are really well integrated. You can hardly even see them on this build, but they launch right there, which is nice for playability. As you move along this ship, you can start to see it actually resembles some other Rebel and Resistance vehicles from the past. Of course, the first thing that's going to come to people's minds is a B-Wing, and that is a fair comparison. This thing also looks a good bit like the Rebel troop transport from The Force Awakens. At the same time though, this vehicle is super, I mean super skinny, which is not an easy task for LEGO to accomplish, but I think they did an incredible job. If you just look here, these wings are not really all that thick, but LEGO has a very strong Technic base to this set. So this thing doesn't wobble. This thing is ridiculously sturdy and also looks this good, which I think is quite the accomplishment. This wing down here, more stickers, but more amazing greeble details. I just love the look of this vehicle. The middle section here has some of the coolest surprises in this set. I love the lining up of the stripes right here going on to the Technic beams. I thought that was a really fun and clever design. It's kind of sad that this plate here pretty much covers up the entire thing. But a weird kind of play feature here. You can actually pull out this middle section right here to reveal, I guess, a chunk of the engine of this vehicle. Now, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this play feature. I mean, the engine isn't really all that detailed, doesn't really reveal anything on the inside as well, so there's not really much to this play feature, but I guess the space would have been wasted otherwise, so I don't hate it. The design going towards the back here is magnificent, just an incredible use of parts. I think these fins back here could have been a bit bigger, but that's a small little problem I have with this set. And then the main play feature of the ship is revealed. This is the Resistance Ski Speeder, and of course it has its ski down here. Now this is a really awesome design. So if you're laying this thing completely flat on the floor, you don't see it. Nothing really stands out to you about the Ski Speeder's play feature. But this is an amazing design on LEGO's part. Simply all you have to do is pick this thing up and the ski deploys. That is super cool. It's automatic. All that's going on there is gravity. Gravity's just doing its thing. It's dropping. That is super fun and super cool. And kind of a fun thing you can do here is kind of put your finger on that to make this thing sturdy and have this thing ski along a surface. I think that is an amazing feature and really well done. The final section of this build, by far the most important of any LEGO Star Wars set, that is the cockpit. This cockpit, I think, looks fantastic. The details and designs are awesome. I mean, just look at the back there. That shaping is really well done. The front looks good. I like the cannons, and I love the windshield piece. That's a Speed Champions piece being used in a Star Wars set for only the second time. It was also used in the Rebels Phantom earlier in 2017. I think it's a really great piece with a nice print on it. You take that off and you can start to see the inside of the cockpit. You have a throttle for Poe to hold onto. You have a printed control panel and then 2 sticker control panels. So lots of controls inside the cockpit. It's accurate, the designs are amazing. I think this thing looks brilliant. Alright guys, final verdict here on the defense of Crait. The first kind of strange thing I want to say about this set is I love the name of this set. Now that's probably something you guys don't really think about normally, but just bear with me for a second. A lot of times LEGO will name a set like Battle of Hoth, Battle of Naboo, Battle of, whatever planet is happening to be taking place on. And it's like the Battle of Naboo set from 2011 had a droid troop carrier and 2 Gungans. That's not a battle, that's not an even fight. This set is called Defense of Crait, and you get the Resistance defending Crait. This is not a set that has anything to do with the First Order. Yes, you get the 2 snowtroopers, that's it, but everything else is Resistance based, and I'm fine with that, and I'm glad that LEGO decided to name this set such. Overall, I think this is one of the more complete and more accurate Last Jedi sets. The vehicle here is a brilliant design. LEGO really nailed the look of this thing, and it's super sturdy. The details are great. I love the design. The rest of the stuff in this set was better than I expected. It's a little too small and not exactly great, but I still think it looks pretty cool, and it's actually a decent representation of the stuff that happens on Crait. Now, of course, this is a LEGO Star Wars review, so we have to talk about the price of this set. Now, assuming Toys R Us did their typical evil thing and they actually marked this set up $5, $80 for this set isn't terrible. Price per piece, especially for a Star Wars set, a licensed theme, is decent for $80. Now the builds themselves I don't think look quite $80 worthy. The Ski Speeder I think is worthy of a $50 set, and the rest is worthy of maybe a $20 set. So combined I think you have about $70 worth of stuff in this set for $80, so it's a little bit overpriced, but it's not nearly as bad as some of the other Last Jedi sets. I really don't have too many flaws with this set, besides one thing. The minifigure selection in this set is good, it's pretty accurate, but it does not have that one minifigure that really draws you to this set. None of the figures in this set are super must-have worthy. I love the Poe Dameron minifigure, but we've gotten pretty much the exact same minifigure in other sets, and the Admiral E-Mat figure looks great, but he's not really a character people care about. But all told, in the end, this is a great design with a really cool recognizable ship from the new movie that actually does stuff in the film, and I think it's a pretty accurate representation of the Defense of Crait, which is a great name for this set, which I think is ultimately a pretty great set that I'm going to give a 9 out of 10. Now those are just my thoughts though. I'd love to hear yours in the comment section down below. Also, don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you guys next time on LEGO Star Set Reviews. I'll see you guys later.